Welcome to FYD Adventures, where we tackle the high seas between Magnetic Island and Airlie Beach, where the weatherman got it very wrong. Watch as we contemplate whether we've made the right decision to sell up, quit our jobs and buy our 43-foot catamaran. If you are new to our channel, please hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of our upcoming adventures. And check out our playlist where this journey of ours began.
Fly so high, I'm hypnotized. What's up is down, what's left is right. Chasing stars and holding you. I can't see the end, but we'll see it through.
Sailing into Magnetic Island, we spent a lot of time motoring due to the 6-knot wind averages. We were meant to be getting 10 to 15 knot easterlies on our trip home, or so we thought. Other boaties were questioning why we weren't waiting a few more days for the northerlies, but they were predicted to be 4 to 6 knots and we really wanted to sail the whole way. Unfortunately for us, it doesn't go that way at all. Stay tuned as we put our full main up under anchor in low winds and head on our merry way.
Yep. It's stuck.
As we came around the point with our beautiful full main up, we quickly realised how much wind the island was actually blocking, and pull a reef quickly before we reached bigger swell. Just pulled in this afternoon into what they call the bowling green. We're basically on our way back from Maggie Island back to Airlie Beach, so we were sort of pushing it all day. The wind was only about 20 degrees off our nose, and we were going into like 22 knots of true and 25 knots of apparent, which it was meant to be 11 knots to max 14 today, so didn't really go our way, but that's all right. We're here at the bowling green, so we'll just bunker down for the night, and then I'll probably wake up at about 3 in the morning and suss out whether the winds have died, and if they haven't died, then I don't know, probably just wait till the sun comes up and try and bash our way to the next little spot. But there's a few, once we get past here, there's a few little sections that we can sort of tuck into and hide away from the wind, but this is probably the worst of them. Unfortunately, we didn't get away this morning until about sort of 9:30, something like that. So, but yeah, what do you reckon, Pants? Bumpy, yeah, bumpy day today.
Bumpy. It's not even just that it was bumpy. I can handle, like, it's not the wave stayed, it's how slow we were going through the wave stay. Because
we were pushing into the wind, we were only doing about 4 knots today with sails, and the motors revving at about 2400. So I never push them that hard either. I'm normally at about 1800, but we were nearly going backwards. So yeah, pushed into it today, and I even started to get, you know, so we could have the apparent at 30 degrees and just set it on the wind setting. So basically we ended up coming too far in, but then we just tacked back out and it was fine. But yeah, anyhow, we're here. We've got the covers on because there's a little bit of weather tonight, and these little sections down here in our floors, they leak. So just another job I've got on my list that I haven't done yet. But,
well, it's now saying true wind speed at 12.5 knots, so as long as it stays under 20, we should have a pretty good night's sleep still.
5 minutes ago, that was 25 knots. True wind speed. Now we've got 13, so that's what it was meant to be all day.
Fingers crossed tomorrow is what it's meant to be, and we can fly.
I thought I'd picked us a good little window.
Everyone else is back at Horseshoe Bay, just like chilling and living their best lives.
They're like, oh, you sure you want to go down? I'm like, yeah, I looked at it so many times, didn't I? Like, I've looked at it 20 times over the last 3 or 4 days, and nothing had changed.
No.
I mean, it's still the same as what it was. It's just, you know, blowing harder than they predicted. So
blowing harder than they predicted, and not in the direction that was really predicted either.
Yeah, still seriously green at picking weather windows, but we haven't got one yet.
We were trying not to motor. We were trying to get the Easterlies so we could sail and not motor, instead of all our friends who were going in 2 days' time with no winds, just planning to motor for 24 hours straight. We didn't want to motor, so we went on the windier days and still had to motor.
It's hard because the sea state's going to be the same for the next week. It's a metre. So, but it's a metre and we're like bashing straight into it, which, you know, it's not so bad if you can get it on a corner.
Most of those things today weren't a metre though.
Nah. And we were getting them over the top of the bow. Like,
even onto the windows. Like
up onto these top windows here, so...
That's not a metre. Get it right, weather people, honestly.
I don't know.
We've already had dessert. We'll have some chicken korma, homemade curry and rice for dinner, have an early night's sleep, and hopefully get up in the dark and chuff off.
See you then.
Peace out, guys.
So who's about ready to give up on this sailing adventure? We are still on our way back from Maggie Island to Airlie Beach. We pulled into the bowling green last night and had the worst night's sleep ever. It was like, I don't know, half a metre of chop the whole night, and then we're now bouncing between 3.5 knots and 4 knots, 4.5, something like that, but it doesn't feel like we're going anywhere. We've been going for 2 hours and we've literally, that's how far we've gone this morning, basically from down here to there, and it's taken us 2 hours. And it's pouring down. And basically the boat, I don't know if you can see here, but the boat just pours water in through all the clears. At least I fixed that silicone so it no longer leaks into the little fella's bedroom. But it still leaks down here, so I'm doing my best to keep that soaked up. But yeah, not loving boat life at the moment.
It's meant to be 1 millimetre of rain.
It's meant to be 1 mil of rain, was meant to be easterly at 10 to 15 knots. We've got 17 knots, but it's southeast, so we can't sail. Although it actually looks like it might have just turned a little bit to east. Has been southeast all morning, so. But yeah, we're a bit down in the dumps today, unfortunately. Little fellas are doing their best. Hey, love boat life? Just not on a day like today.
Well, my bed's drenched, so I can't sleep there tonight.
Yeah, your bed's drenched. Unfortunately, his hatch was left open after all of our hard work of trying to keep the moisture out of that room. We're not going to blame anyone.
I thought the hatch was closed. I even slept with Atticus for an hour last night and I would have felt water coming in, but I don't know, something's happened and it wasn't closed and his bedroom is wet.
Could have thrown 20 buckets of water in there. Probably would have been less water.
Yeah.
Anyhow, keep on trucking. It's not like we're going anywhere fast.
This is our little setup. So we've been taking turns at watching. We've made a ginormous sort of bed lounge thing. I pre-made sandwiches and wraps yesterday and had some noodles and stuff out and muesli bars. So we had a bit of snacks and I think I will just do an easy pasta carbonara for dinner tonight because I should be able to do it all pretty easy from inside now that we're not jumping around so much. So
We're still going.
we're halfway. We've been going.
Oh no, we're way more than halfway now.
Okay, well we're a little bit more than halfway. We've been going for 11 hours, and I think we have like another 8 hours to go. We've got the Genoa up. Dan's pointed us in a bit so we can catch that 30-degree angle to sail for a bit. But yeah, like within the next half an hour, we're gonna have to punch straight back exactly to the way the wind's going. So we'll probably go back from 6 knots down to 4 knots again. So it's been really, really slow moving the last 2 days. But yeah, we figure it's actually smoother today than it was yesterday, and our anchorage last night got pretty rolly from about 2 AM onwards anyway. So realistically, we'll probably get just as good a night's sleep in turns tonight, or just as bad as we would have if we pulled in anywhere to anchor. So
yeah,
we'll
we
keep going.
should come in about 1 AM tomorrow morning. So
Yeah.
it's not too bad. And we've got our sail bag booked in to get repaired, so I've got to drop it off at 8:30 tomorrow morning. With the Genoa, we're going to get the UV strip done. So fingers crossed I don't take a look at it and go, oh no mate, you need a whole new sail. But Doyle sails, they're the original sails, and we're taking it back to Doyle, so they might be impressed with how good a condition they're in. But in saying that, they have been, you know, under wraps for 12 years when the boat was in a shed. We want to replace this seat with something because it is the most uncomfortable spot to drive the boat from. I mean, you've got reasonably good views, but I don't know.
The seat's not very comfortable. We want a new configuration.
Yeah, I've had to re-bolt this backrest in because it just keeps pulling out of the fiberglass. And then that's like 50 mil of foam, but the foam's dead, so you get a numb bum.
Okie dokie. Well, we'll say hello to everybody again when it goes dark and we do our first into the night sail. We've done dark sails from the morning, from 3 AM a few times, but we haven't done an into the night sail yet. But the moon should be pretty big, so...
Yeah. Looks like the winds have actually changed directions because we are now pointing almost to where we want to go. So happy days, because we're sailing, at the moment I'm sailing to a 30 or 27 degree wind direction, which means if the winds change at all, it'll just steer the boat That way I can leave the Genoa set how it is and not worry too much about it, which is pretty handy. But yeah. Catch you in a bit on night shift.
Just gonna give you a quick update. We're just having dinner right now. Delicious. We're on one of our first ever night sails for our boat life. Yeah, boat life, I can say. Dad's just at the helm. Hey, Dad.
Hey, mate.
He's looking up.
It's better if you turn that off.
Yeah.
You're going to blind out of you. I won't be able to see out.
Wait a minute. Ew!
Yeah, that's why I'm do it for Dad.
Yeah, you can't do it for Dad. So I made a whole bunch of pre-cooked meals in a pressure cooker while we were at the marina on power, because I knew that we'd have a few long sailing days coming up and just busy days in general. So I had some rice already made and some beef stroganoff, so we're having that. And then Atticus and I will have naps on the bed thing in the lounge, and then Daddy probably won't have any naps tonight. Vivi wants one? I'm ready. We made it. Now I'm blind. Never to sail again. Good job, darling.
We made it. We didn't die.
Flogged the boat.
We did flog the boat. The poor baby got a bit of hiding.
Poor girl. She didn't sail for 13 years, and then she's had 6 years sitting on a dock, and in the 2 months that we've had her on the water,
And flogged on her guts for the last bloody...
she's had to wake up for past
24 hours.
time. Let's get to bed.
Yeah.